Ford Focus Joys. This is a 2003. My wheel alignment's out. This side of the car got driven over by a truck. That's why the bumper paint's cracking and everything. It cracked the headlight lens. The guy cut the corner in a parking lot and come over the front of the car, pushed the car sideways. And I suspect he bent this tie rod end. But so the wheel alignment's always been out on it. This one here, I couldn't get the nut to undo. So I've always been adjusting it on the other side. And I finally bought these, well, I'll show them later in the video, this tool to help you set the toe correct. And when I checked it, yeah, it was way out. This side was, the other side I believe is towed in, and this side is towed toward, the car wants to drive towards the ditch. A bit. So anyway, I was using my trusty 22mm open-end wrench to try to undo that nut on the inner tie rod, I guess you'd call it, the lock nut to the outer tie rod end. It wouldn't do it. I was stripping it. So I happen to have this tool here. It's made from a 22mm socket. I slit it so that it goes right on there like that, and then comes up. Get out of the way. There you go. So it's in place. And then you just pound it with a hammer. But to make it stronger, I happen to have a piece of pipe here that was the correct size. Slit it, put it on this way so that the opening is opposite. And then I backed it up with a hose clamp. And it worked. It broke her loose. No problem. Now it has had penetrating oil on it for 3 days. But what that showed me was, after I put a mark on the inner tie rod there, was that the long link here was seized in the outer tie rod end. The nut was turning, but the shaft wasn't. So the only way I've found to get that shaft to turn is with 2 sets of vice grips clamped on it and pounding on the vice grips with my trusty mini sledge here. So I did get it to rotate about 90 degrees, and now it's, because I need it to thread in, since the wheel is aimed towards the passenger side. So get it to thread in there, and now I'm going to put my apparatus on here to check the toe before I, because I also have to heat it. I had to heat the outer piece there to get it to expand away from the thread, as well as using my favorite release all penetrating oil here. I find it works pretty good. Don't think you people can get it in the States though. I think it might just be available in Canada, but anyway, it works pretty good. Sounds like the crows are back. Anyway, I'll continue once I get these pieces bolted on here. So there, I got the tool installed there. Now I had to do some modification to it there, since it was built for larger vehicles possibly. But anyway, so the numbers I'm getting, I got like 62 1/4 inch there, and 61 3/8 there. So let's go around the other side here. Same thing. So oh, okay, we got a problem. It's hitting the jack. Oh, I gotta drop the jack and look at those measurements again. Got the jack out of the way, but I'm still pushing 62 inches at the back and 61 1/2 at the front. So that means that the back is this way. So I believe it's in the driver's side tire, the problem is. So I need to keep screwing that tie rod end in to shorten the back dimension. They're supposed to be virtually equal, basically. So I've always been messing with the right hand side one. So this time, after a big fight, I'm finally adjusting the driver's side, because it doesn't seem to matter what I do with the passenger side, the vehicle still wants to aim towards the ditch, especially in snow or anything else when you step on the gas or whatever. The car drives okay, but it's sensitive to wind and other things. So I'm just trying to correct the problem here. And up until now, I haven't really had any numerical way of doing that. But this tool, I don't know, 75, 85 bucks on, I think it was on Amazon. It comes with a the 2 tape measures and also a level indicator. So I don't have any use for that right now. But anyway, so I'm gonna keep trying to twist this thing here and see if I can get anywhere with it. So I could only get the driver's side tie rod to turn about 90 degrees, quarter turn, and that was it. So I locked it back in place and went over to the passenger side and adjusted it to, I got about 61 5/8 front and back. So I'm not convinced the car's not going to head towards the ditch on the right side, but we'll see how it goes. I'm done playing with it for today. So fun of trying to do a wheel alignment when you have a seized part. Anyway, everybody have a good one.